The portal, the new recruiting frontier. These are the new additions of the SEC. Their mission? To gain experienced new players, to seek out championships and new heights, to boldly build teams like no one has before. Here we are again. Welcome to the portal. Yes, this offseason we're starting, even though it's been going on now for a minute, a new series to break down the entire transfer class of each team in the SEC. We'll go player by player, looking at analytics, stats, players' games, their overall fit into their new team. Today, we're talking about newcomer Oklahoma. Last year, Oklahoma experienced a tale of two seasons, really. The Sooners started out great, but ended up fizzling out during conference play and ultimately missed out on the NCAA tournament. There might have been some improvement, but hopes of building off that went sideways. McCollum, Uzan, and Oweh hit the portal, and Oklahoma ended up only retaining 5 scholarship players this offseason. Despite 19 and 20 win seasons, Porter Moser has yet to take Oklahoma to the NCAA tournament. If he's going to break through in Norman, he was going to have to find some success in the transfer portal this offseason. So, how did he do? Oklahoma ended up with the lowest ranked transfer class in the SEC. The SEC this offseason brought in 7 of the top 20 transfer classes in the country, while other SEC teams pulled in respectable classes that addressed team needs. Do the Sooners have enough? Let's talk about the players. Kobe Elvis is an experienced guard out of Dayton that made the NCAA tournament last year. He was primarily a secondary or role player for the Flyers. Elvis is a former 3-star prospect from Ontario. He spent his freshman season at DePaul before he transferred to Dayton in 2021. Elvis started 33 games last season and averaged 28.5 minutes per game. In 3 seasons at Dayton, Elvis played in 86 games and had 80 starts. He ended up averaging 9 points, 3 assists, and 2.2 rebounds. Elvis is a career 44.2% shooter with a 3-point percentage of 36.2%. He shot nearly 42% as a freshman at DePaul. He also had a stretch of 6 games scoring double figures, including back-to-back games at 24 points. Elvis should serve as a much-needed player in the backcourt for the Sooners. Another guard Oklahoma grabbed is Jaden Jones out of Long Beach State. Jones was their Big West Defensive Player of the Year in 2022. He's experienced and adds another veteran presence to the Sooners locker room. Jones is also a good shooter and has put up over 1,000 career points at his previous school. Another guard in this backcourt, Oklahoma added Bryson Gooden, who shot 46.7% from the three-point line last season. He was the 8th leading scorer in the MAAC overall. He was named the conference 6th man of the year and was a third-team All-MAAC pick. Godin is now, however, a year removed from an injury where he missed nearly all of the 2022-2023 season. He's a talented player, and as a freshman, he was a 4-star prospect. Last season, he averaged over 13 points a game and was decent from the free throw line at 76.1%. The only real question is if Gooden can make the jump from the mid-major level to the SEC. The most significant transfer to Oklahoma this offseason was Duke Miles out of High Point. Miles committed to OU over Auburn. Miles is a highly effective and efficient scorer. He can score from all 3 levels. Taking a look at the stats last season for Duke Miles, he averaged 17.5 points per game, 2.4 rebounds per game, 3.6 assists, and 1.3 steals a night. He shot 52.8% from the field and made that magic number of 36% from the 3-point stripe. 36.1% was his total from last year, and when he gets to the line, he normally converts 80.1% from the free throw line. Miles was first team All Big South selection, and he was named the Big South Newcomer of the Year after 27 starts through 33 games. Miles provides a much needed backcourt presence that can be highly effective and hopefully can replace Oweh. Additionally, like so many players coming from his level, the question will center around if he can make this jump to the power conference level. If he pans out, this looks to be an excellent grab in the portal for Oklahoma. The Sooners also added to their front court this offseason. Out of Alabama, the Sooners added Muhammad Wagi. Now, that might be a name that Oklahoma fans remember. Wagi originally played in the Big 12 before transferring to Alabama last offseason. However, the stats are going to be a little underwhelming here. Wagi only put up 3.1 points per game, 2.5 rebounds, and had a half assist a game and half a steal. He also was able to shoot, though, 62.7% from the field and 50% from the 3 point stripe. Now, last season, one of the key problems on defense for the Tide was the front court last season was lacking, and Wagi had the opportunity to step up and be a bigger player for Alabama last season, but never filled the void left behind by Charles Bediako. Wagi rather played a limited role for the Tide last year. Wagi could be a front court player to complement Godwin next year, but we'll have to see. He has got to stay out of foul trouble if he wants to see more of the floor. It was a problem last year for the Tide. The other addition to this front court also came from the Power 5 level in Glenn Taylor out of St. John's. He's another player that saw limited minutes last season. Taylor put up 4.4 points per game last year and pulled down 2.2 rebounds. He was effective from three at 42.4% and also converted from the field at 44.9%. He is a good catch and shoot player and could complement some of the traditional guards on this team, like incoming freshman Jeremiah Fears. The combination could prove to be effective, but remains largely an unproven concept. So let's hit the grades. Remember, anything like a B or a B minus is a solid score in this grading criteria. I'm not going to lie. I've been a little underwhelmed with what Oklahoma has done in the transfer portal this offseason. In fact, 24/7 Sports ranked this the worst transfer class in the SEC this year. Outside of Duke Miles, it's hard to find a player who would hold high expectations. Possibly Kobe Elvis? Frankly, there are a lot of players in this class who have a lot to prove. This could be a difficult year ahead for Oklahoma. I'm hesitant to have such low expectations on a new team to the conference, especially from one who comes from a quality basketball conference like the Big 12. But the SEC is no joke either, and I simply think this is a lower than standards class. And oh boy, if this isn't bulletin board material, then this certainly is. I'm giving Oklahoma a C minus, the worst grade we've given so far in this series, the portal. Hey, I know that's disappointing, but we've got more content coming out on Oklahoma. We're going to talk about Jeremiah Fears on the freshman 15. So, guys, please don't run away if you're an Oklahoma fan. We do want you here. We do want you guys to enjoy the channel and talk basketball for us. So please like and subscribe, comment on the video. Maybe I'm underwhelmed. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing. So please mention in the comment section on kind of your thoughts when it comes to Oklahoma. I'll respond to them. But guys, we look forward to having you guys here. Welcome to the SEC, Oklahoma fans. Please like and subscribe, like I said, and we'll see you guys next time.